Hey fellow Trek Chatters, I'm Pit Trekkie, and welcome to another episode of Pittsburgh's Trek Chat. So for today's episode, what I'm going to be doing is opening another Star Trek action figure from the new Playmates Toys 2022 Star Trek line. In the previous episode, I opened up my Lieutenant Commander Data action figure. Today I'm going Classic Trek, and I'm going to be opening and reviewing the classic Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan 40th Anniversary Captain Spock figure. So, first thing I can say about this is I really enjoy the packaging. Again, it mirrors exactly what the classic figures were like back in, at this point I believe it was 1995, when the classic movie figures first came out. I like the attention to the detail. They have the Enterprise on there, and it even says 1701D on the engine, just like it did 27 years ago on the original packaging. So I think that's pretty cool that they kept that little minor detail. Again, I love that they have the Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan 40th Anniversary special logo on the box, which will be a nice little collector's piece for this going forward. So let's get diving into this figure here. So go ahead and we'll open it. Start here from the bottom. Trying to get my fat thumbs under there. Not always easy to do. Okay, so it's being a little stubborn. Let me give it a little extra push here. There we go. Not as easy to open as the Data figure was. Alright. Throw that out. Alright. Got it together. Coming out of its halfway out of its packaging. So it's got those little plastic rubber bands like the Data figure did. So cut time. Alright. So that's one. See if I can get it off with just the one. Might be a little bit easier because I can't reach the other one very, very well. And like, I don't want to do what happened yesterday with my when I was trying to get the little tricorder out for Data, and I tried to dig it out with my the scissors, and I nicked it a little bit. Don't want to do that. Okay, we'll cut here in between. Okay, and off we go. Okay, so Mr. Spock is out of his packaging. I like that they already have him positioned with his Vulcan salute up, which is really cool. This is a really nice sculpt of the figure. The uniform from the movie era from Star Trek II looks very authentic, very detailed. The paint job is basically done to perfection. I don't really see any real bleeding onto the figure, different colors. The facial details on here are just remarkable. It looks a lot like it was modeled off Leonard Nimoy, as though they almost would have taken him from 40 years ago, put him in an actual booth where they would laser scan him to try to get the sculpt. I think they did a very wonderful job with the facial features and just the figure in general. This one actually moves a little bit more stiffly than the Data figure did yesterday, and I'm actually glad about that because it was a little too loosey-goosey yesterday, and it's even now hard to keep it on its stand. But 14 points of articulation. One thing I haven't really been able to figure out yet is how well, there we go. I've been very careful with moving the figures and the arms. So, looks like the arms move okay. The knees, you can actually sit them up for the most part. This uniform has a little bit of a flap under here, so it kind of blocks it a little bit, but overall, not too bad in terms of being able to sit them down. So we'll straighten them back up here a little bit. Okay, so, and the feet move, so perfect. Nice little figure. So let's go ahead here and start with the accessories. We'll go ahead and we'll start with the plastic stand, because it's the same thing as in the Data figure. So it's a generic stand. It would have been cool if they would have had some sort of movie era kind of stand for the character. I think that's kind of a flop in terms of this toy line, if they're just making a basic Starfleet, Delta. You know, this looks like more this would be something for a lower decks action figure than a movie era figure, but hey, whatever. As long as it works. All right, so get Spock on the stand here. Looks pretty good. Stands pretty nicely. No real major issue there. The stands are actually, I gotta say, I'm impressed with. For as cheap as they look, they actually are pretty sturdy and hold the figure down pretty good. All right, so let's check out Spock's stuff here. So I'm going to use the box here to kind of guide me here a little bit. So first one is an engineering tool. Actually, they have them mislabeled here on the box, which we're going to get to in a little bit. So here is the engineering tool. Kind of looks like a little miniature digital camera on a tripod. Pretty nice texture. It's got some nice quality design to it. Looks pretty good. Then we have the Starfleet tricorder, which I guess this one is the one that was introduced in Star Trek The Motion Picture. I wish they would have added a little bit of stickers or decals onto some of these just to add to the look. So we got the tool and we got the Starfleet tricorder there. All right. Like I said, stickers, little decals would have made them look even better, but they are what they are. All right. And then this is the part I was really looking forward to. So they actually have the radiation gloves that Spock put on during the Battle of the Mutara Nebula. So I'm looking forward to putting these on him. We're going to do it right now. So we've got one that actually, I guess, would go over the Vulcan salute. And there's a slit. Actually, let me get a little closer here. There's a slit in here. Since his right hand, this is made for his right hand, obviously, as you can see. All right. And there's a slit there, probably because his hand's in that Vulcan salute and permanently there to kind of help fit it on. So let's put it on. All right. Getting it there bit by bit. There it goes. He can go right into the thumb. So perfect. Perfect fit. You just got to play with it a little bit, but it's a perfect 100% awesome fit. Okay, now let's get the other one on the other hand. All right, and it's also got a slit in it, so it can slide on as easily as possible. Oh, you know what? I got to tell you, Playmates did a really good job with these gloves for the figure. Amazing. Did a really, really nice job. At first, when I thought this figure was only going to come with one glove, but I guess it would make sense that they would put a second one in there because you can kind of recreate that scene. So they did a really nice job. Very, very nice. I'm impressed. Absolutely impressed. Okay, so that's basically it for the figure. Now, getting back to the box, okay, obviously I said earlier what I like about the front of it. I just forgot to go to the back. But we're going to talk about a few things at the back. So, it looks pretty good. You've got the Admiral Kirk, Captain Spock, Khan, and Ian Singh on there. You've got the listing of the devices. You've got the little clip and collect bio of Captain Spock there. I haven't gotten to the Q codes yet on these. I'm going to scan them and see what comes up off camera here. One thing I will draw attention to is this purple box here. Okay, they messed a few things up. Okay, so up here for galactic accessories, and I'm actually going to put a picture up in the corner here of it so it's easier to read. But as you can see here under engineering tool, they brought a picture of the tricorder. Okay, and then the Starfleet tricorder down here, they put the engineering tool on there. Be honest with you, Playmates, that's a little bit ridiculous, okay? It might seem like a little mini nitpick, but, I mean, it shows that you're not being very careful with the packaging, so come on now, okay? Maybe if you re-release these or keep printing them out, maybe fix that, okay? Collectors want to have things that are accurate and look appropriate, so please fix that if at all possible, okay? The radiation gloves is fine. Here's the other mess up. Starfleet Action Base. Stand them up or plug them into the base. Khan is always ready for action. Playmates, does this look like Khan to you? Come on. Stop. That's slacking in some quality there with the packaging. Please, please, please fix that. Okay, again, collectors will love that, and it makes Playmates look good. It shows that you're giving attention to detail. I mean, the figures look great, and overall the box itself even looks great. I can, for people who want to keep them in their boxes. Okay, I mean, you got it listed, Captain Spock. I mean, you have it right. So just do a little bit of fixing with that. Okay. So that's basically it for me reviewing the Captain Spock Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan figure. I can't wait to get the other ones. Admiral Kirk, definitely I'm going to get. The Khan and Ian Sing one I'm going to get. Hopefully they don't sell out at my local Target in Greensburg, PA here. Hopefully I'll get those soon with my birthday coming up in November. I know a few things I'm going to be getting, okay? So that's it for my review of the Captain Spock figure. Let me know if you have the figure as well. Let me know what you think about it and the quality and what you've been doing with it. You can definitely, please comment below. Let me know what you thought of the video, what you think of the figure. You can follow my show here on youtube.com. Type in Pittsburgh's Trek Chat in a search engine. It'll take you directly to my channel. You can also follow the show on Facebook, facebook.com/Pittsburgh's Trek Chat. You can also follow the show on Twitter @PGH Trek Chat. Looking forward to the next episode. And until then, like with Captain Spock, may you live long and prosper.